Happy days. It is time for some FACEIT League. We are here in week 5 of season 7. Took a little bit of break there for the holidays. But we're back in the groove here with week number 5, kind of getting into the back half of our season, getting into 2026. I miss y'all. Welcome back, friends. I've got a banger for you tonight, and two teams that I think maybe a little slept on here so far, both in maybe my power rankings as well, as just teams that we haven't seen as much on stream. But you know what? We'll rectify that here tonight. I've got Kafe Sienna coming in 6-2, taking on Shikigami Hikari. Both of these teams are, very much in playoff contention, and I think two teams that we haven't seen enough. So you know what? Let's get them on tonight. Let's see what they got. Let's take a look at our standings. Let's get into it. Boom. You have a small group of 2 lost teams here. You got Kafe Sienna here, pretty good company, right? That they are one of 6 teams, I believe, sitting here at 2 losses. But I guess it is 7 with velocity, 7 teams that have 2 losses on the board. So sitting firmly in top 10 right now. Hikari coming in 5-3. Currently good enough for, to be in playoff contention for sure. But again, you're looking at only 8 games played, so that's going to skew things. Where, like, as Mouse 5 is positioned above them at 5-4. I disagree with that, as is 5 shooters. Which I disagree with, right? I think the 5-3 is still, you have fewer losses on the board. So I would actually have Hikari, probably up a couple of slots, something more like 12th in our current rankings. And I'm not so sure what to expect from these two teams tonight. It's names I recognize, but just teams that we haven't seen on as much. As we are at the top of the hour, I don't want to miss our ban. We get a Vendetta ban out of Kafe Sienna. It's kind of a passing of the torch here for Shikigami, as the original legendary Shikigami squad that made it to OWCS and had been around since season 1. Right, it's kind of passed the torch of that main. The mother logo, the red and white logo in the main squad has now been passed to, the new team and what was Midori. And now we've kind of, Hikari come in. It's kind of some fresh blood and a bit of a reset in 2026 for this team. We will get a Sigma ban out of the other side. Kafe Sienna is part of the Kafe Esports. I had to actually reach out to their manager, Mish, and ask. But it is, in fact, part of the Kafe Esports squad, where, their main squad has been a tour de force lately here in Expert Division. Is currently sitting in 7-2. Kafe Sienna sitting 6-2, right? They're right there with them. So both of these teams are affiliated with the same org, hence the same kind of coffee mug, but it just has a Post-it note on it. As we're looking at Kafe Sienna's roster, same thing, we're kind of recognizing the side. We see familiar names that we've seen competing here. Not as recognizable. I would say Poke Minimi and Dink Punkade is backline. I believe it's the backline. I'd have to go double check my rosters. Let's see. Looking at Kafe Sienna's record again, losses to Wink and Vengeance, similar to what we saw in recent history on the other side for Hikari. These are top teams. Right? Vengeance is currently 7-2. Wink is currently 7-2. Let's get a map one. Yeah, Pokemon and Dink are in fact the backline. I was correct with that. G-Fighter up front.
3, 2, 1.
G-Fighter and Arsona both pulling out the Diva here to kick things off. Which is, I think, more map dependent. I thought so. You know what? I'm still kicking some of the rust off, Kayla Rody. Yeah, Blue Jay, I know you've been You've been trying to bait me here for the past couple minutes there, Blue Jay. I know. You've been trying to bait me for a couple minutes. It's okay. Like I said, I can see the bars. I know I'm not muted. I know after the very first time I hit the button. I remember exactly when it happened. And like I said, I stand by. I pressed the button initially, and it just didn't, in my stream deck failed me. I stand by it. Arizona kind of got stuck down front there. We see in this early fight. Not able to get out, gets caught, and both teams just kind of tried to fight it out over the objective. You know, wasn't really much of a battle for high ground this time around. I will say with Dario kind of able to plant their feet on top of the windmill, or the lighthouse rather, that is part of what caught Arizona in a bad spot. Apparently I was the mean. It is totally okay. No apologies necessary. It's fine. Oh, I don't think we have outlines on, do we? Oh, no outlines kind of have a fun thing because it's more of what the person sees. Like, they don't know where the enemy is at, right?
Now to show 'em that I mean business.
We're gonna have a Kitsu as well as the sound barrier already available here. The sound barrier advantage for Pokemon enemy is enormous. Oh, push it onto point. Here comes the Bob to try to support that. Yeah, it was a really well timed. G-Fighter does have the self-destruct, which is why they kind of took that extra step, but they're not able to get back and back. And that extra step out of line ends up being fatal. Up to the high ground, our son will clean up, and a flip of the point here. Hikari take control for the first time tonight. Head up to the high ground. Here, I'll go ahead and get you some outlines. There you go. With this map, with all the buildings on this map in particular, I feel like we kind of need to see. Like, if it was Ruins, Ruins is a lot more fun to have the outlines off. Like, because more sniper and, like, you know, peeking and swinging and that kind of thing. This is a little bit more cooldown based with the way we're doing it. And speaking of, you know, a pretty important ultimate with the Kitsu onto the point on a lot of pressure on Tachyon. They did get their Kitsu invested in the mix, but I don't see it on the battlefield. I don't know if it was early or I'm not. What the? Wait a minute. What the heck? Okay. Arizona and Promise are kind of swinging this back. Okay. I kind of spoke too soon. Despite getting a little fun, a little dicey there for a moment, Kafe Sienna will hold on to this objective. Glims over the top. Finds a couple of slices on to Sableye. And that should just be the round right there. Arsona off the side, not able to make it back on the objective. And a 100 push there from Kafe. They gave up a little bit of control. Oh, well, let me reflect that. You know, you get about half. You give up control in the middle, but you're able to get a nice retake there at the end to push it the rest of the way. It wasn't a total swing. Only difference our two comps will be our Flex DPS Tracer versus Genji for bridge control at the moment. As Klims works the other side, and then uses the dash to get back and regroup with the rest of the team, doing some good damage to the Tracer along the way. Meanwhile, we do have our snipers fighting position. Dario with that high ground lands a beautiful headshot. Oh, and a big dynamite will force some cooldowns out. Klims is able to win their duel as well. Everything coming up Kafe Sienna once again here, opening fight for round two. Oh, a big push in from G-Fighter. I'm gonna get back up. Ooh. The dang pump kick doesn't make it back. I don't know if they felt like they had to push up, if that was part of the aggressive push. But a really good rubber band. Now you've got Hikari moving back onto the point here. Second fight. Pulse in the pocket of Promise to try to close this one out. I mean, oh, you're going to give up Cap. G-Fighter didn't quite have the self-destruct ready to go when the flip came through, so an important flip so that Hikari will be building percentage through the rest of this fight. Oh, G-Fighter kind of jump scared Arasona. You can tell they didn't expect that. Now we're going to get Sound Barrier re-engaged out of Hikari. Pokemon Enemy does have the answer. Oh, good shot out of Punkcake. Had the earlier Kitsu once again. And a Sound Barrier invested throughout that as well. So for the second map, you get the back line of Punkcake and Pokemon Enemy are first to their ultimates. End up leveraging that into fight wins. 2/3 of the cap already picked up here. You try to use this Kitsu defensively. Oh, Buckethead's already done. You're not even getting a chance to make the decision. Bob was invested there for Buckethead through that. And a couple players made it onto the point. Arasona able to find a trade through that. 90% though, the late self-destruct right on the edge, grabs the Mega, and is able to remake. Meanwhile, it was Sableye who had to come in and get the touch. They are one backing away, but Arasona is able to tag back in. This is going to be Tekken returning with a Kitsu. Not even going to need it. Actually, a really nice leapfrog. Wonderful contest there from Arasona and into Sableye. Just great comps. You can see him in action. Ooh, the shock skin. This is the last skin I bought with my all tokens. Was a shock tracer, a proper skin. Trying to hone the skills of proper. That was the Tachyon Kitsu we heard. The stick is solid. Dario's down. You know, a really nice push here out of Hikari. Helped them stabilize. Kind of really helped the play at their feet get control here. Oh, what a retake! Lightning fast. Glimpse just gets right within range of Sableye. Sableye was trying to build the rest of that beat, but got a little too close. Then striking range, Kafe Sienna pounce onto a pair of beautiful kills. Just make mincemeat of that final fight. They'll take map 1 in the 1-0 lead. All right, we're gonna Runasapi pick here out of Hikari. I mean, a Diva Band. Let's go look at some stats. Colum 17-1 there in the Genji. Nasty. Good stuff. Good stuff. Buckethead actually leading the server in damage. Oh no, I am mistaken. Dario leading the server in damage. Both those hits really get involved. Hey, but for the maps, it makes sense, right? You're a lighthouse and ruins. It makes sense. Let's get into map 2. Let's see. I owe you a ban. It was a Lucio ban here out of Kafe Sienna. The Margaret of our soda. We. I think this is one of their stronger comps. When we saw a huge lower bracket run way back in the debut of Arasoda, back in like season 2. I believe that was in the manga meta. Promise is the first to go down though. Dario on the Sojourn is just putting out an enormous amount of damage. Already back in lead. I mean, just 60 seconds into this map too. Was your damage leader there out of map 1? The overrun, I mean, just running up to the Maga, to the Sigma, excuse me. I don't know. I mean, it could just work directly, but I don't think so. You just get so much damage from Dario that our Sun is just going to get melted if they try to take a direct approach, right? So looking to try to kind of cycle in with Promise on this Vendetta. The overrun itself, both the timing and the placement, will be very important. Bit of a game of chicken right now, though, right? No one's going to make a move. Pancake finally is going to go ahead and drop the ultimate. Back away. Okay, we got Kalim's receiving the title blast, and Buckethead will get hunted down with that. Just gets immediately destroyed. So the support ultimate's coming out live first for Kafe Sienna. Ends up being the difference maker. Albeit a lot closer here. Takia tried to get the Kitsu out, but it did not have the impact desired. That's for certain. Glimpses Blade coming up to challenge Buckethead in the corner. Dario popping the OC, trying to fire into the thick of the pack where an orbital is keeping Hikari alive through both that ultimate and the flux from the other side. Arsana has gone into a Sigma, by the way, to match. It will not last. Glimpse will get one with the blade. Eventually, G-Fighter Company will just overwhelm. Oh, you definitely bit off more than you could chew there. That was too much. That was too much. Glenn's got greedy. Saw an opening. It ends up just getting popped. And thanks, I've been going pretty darn flawless otherwise. There's a good Susie there's going to protect against the damage after the slam down from the Gravitic Flux. And now a slingshot with the Kitsune Rush. Whew. Glenn's is going to cut through too after swapping over to a Vendetta of their own. Oh, and that's a third. Arsona makes another tank swap here. He goes into the Zarya. I actually like the Zarya to match this. I feel like this should be able to enable Promise, right? But it's actually Kalim's who gets the opening pick. Now you're going to have the Flux Ally ready to go. Clem's is just having a field day back here. I mean, look, there's no Lucio in the back line. It's kind of up to the individual, the supports to try to just use their own cooldowns. There's no boop. He's giving a huge flux. The rush will not be enough. And that is a swift cap. What a massive flux there out of Fighter. Finish off this map and swiftly put Kafe Sienna up in a 2-0 lead. That was a dominant map. My goodness. That one just kind of crumbled. It's gonna be a Zarya bad headed into Kegs. Let's go look at some stats there from map 2. Yeah, that was 2 deaths. 2 deaths for Kafe Sienna in that whole map. That was insane. That was quite the push. That was quite the map. All right, we'll get a carry bad out of Kafe Sienna. Yeah, that was a 5.5 minute cap. 5 minutes, 35 seconds on that cap there from Kafe Sienna. My goodness. Whew. What a showing. What a dominant showing. Well, means it's time for some Kings Row. Let me get in, see if Hikari can find their place or kind of find their groove a little bit. Down 0-2. What are we using for our setup? You got Ana Wuyong backline. So heavily relying on good positioning to stay alive through this. A little peek out of Dario there. Kind of. Buckethead was tasing him with it. Oh, I hear Deadlock's actually pretty good. Might have to give that a try. Spreads here as we get into this map. Sorry. Kalims gets popped early. As we did actually get a side swap here. I'm sorry, I need to swap sides here. I did not catch the side swap. I was like, wait a minute. Kalims goes down early, but they're in red. Usually the team that picks the map chooses to go on attack. It's very rare that they choose to go on defense, to be perfectly honest. Oh, Promise just gets melted trying to drop in from that high ground looking for the retake. You got 5 minutes on the time bank for Sienna. That was a good heat. That actually could have been... I didn't see when the heals came in for Dario, but they were super low there for a moment. You saw G-Fighter eat that shot. Nano Boost ready to go here for this next engagement. Yep, it will go on to Kalims. And they go running in alongside the D.Va and just mow down the Ana. Make sure the defense matrix is there to eat any kind of sleep or nade. You gobble up the Ana cooldowns, and it's a beautiful attack, although Buckethead has been able to strike back. You're going to lose Arasona's mech. I don't think the cart is pushed far enough that you want to bother investing just yet. Oh, losing the pilot D.Va is honestly probably a blessing. You know what? Just probably a blessing. I think if Arsona got staggered out anymore, you'd be like, this isn't going to be possible. Okay, are they going to go for this? They are. We do get the bomb on the point to hold long enough for Arsona to make the trek. Clem's on the front line, mowing through. Arsona bailed out by a regenerative wave. Promise goes head into the back line with the tidal blast, but just gets mowed down. It's Pokemon enemies rally actually comes to the rescue of this attacking squad. And able to just keep him on top. You can even force him back Arsona, who even got the nano boost. Defense has only lost one. Oh, but they've just been pushed so far back. You're good, man. It's too funny. Clem's catches Promise with the Sundering Blade. They just gotta keep rolling this. You're gonna have a nano boost. We're gonna go ahead and throw that back on their Clem's. And a bit of a duel there with Promise. Promise will not get their own blade up. And the quick double tap will take Tachyon down. Clem's down low, holding hotel. Buckethead already in trouble, but G-Fighter not able to gobble the nade. Good job from Tachyon to kind of weave that through the defense matrix. I think G-Fighter's fortunate to get out of there still in mech. Oh, Clem's a big move up to the high ground. Oh, gets battered down by the whip shot of Sableye. I mean, does end up with the kill on the Buckethead, but it's a good trade. Buckethead will be able to slide back in pretty quick here. I think Arsona, yeah, can start picking up some space. Playing with the Winton into the Diva. Nice move. They're out of Hikari. They're able to kind of get everybody bunched up onto that high grounds. An important rotation. And yeah, and G-Fighter ends up kind of trying to go in and disrupt it. Picked off. The Whirlwind Slash does some great damage. Covering the gap. And you're able to slice through Pokemon enemy there when it's all said and done. Kick out a lot of this. Oh, you're going to go try to chase down the Ana. Okay, no. We're staying on point. Promise we'll win it with passion. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. Pretty even on both sides as far as ultimates. It is going to be the Nano and Kalim's going at. Yeah, I'm about to say, I thought I heard the rally from Stabilize was used in that. Oh, God. Nano Vendetta, man. It's just so terrifying. That's just ridiculous. Is it clams? Is it like one word? Or like one syllable, I mean? Is it supposed to be just like clams? Key lime pie got this in the bag. Key lime. Oh, Nano promise. Here comes the passion. It's fiery. It's boosted. And Pokemon Me got the wrath of all of it. Arsona continues to chase. G-Fighter low. I mean, holding that corner. Doing everything they can to. Arsona's not able to grab that kill. Didn't want to pop the primal just yet. Okay. We'll get Tachyon in the cart around the corner, holding inside. G-Fighter already used that Vortex. It might be a little early. Meanwhile, Promise getting set up on this left-hand side. We'll get driven out. Buckethead moves, swings far right. It already picked up one onto Dario. This ends up with G-Fighter stuck in the middle of everybody, and eventually all the guns will point at the tank. Hikari will get another 90 seconds on the clock. Clams, key lime pie. That's I'm guessing nobody knows how to pronounce this person's name. Oh, absolutely winnable. Rejuvenating Way has to be used on themselves. But Cleanse did get nanoed, slept, anti, destroyed. Oh, that's an interesting answer here for the annihilation. Meanwhile, Promise goes up to pick up two. Oh, that was rad. That had to be just a single charge on the ultimate. But with the nano boost, is able to confirm 2 kills on the back of that. That was rad. I couldn't get to the pod fast enough. I didn't expect him to go from the back the moment that G-Fighter tries to move forward. It's Kalim's. Passion Nano. The Passion Nano. It is Kalim's. We had it right the first time, it seems like. It's just a player of many names. I know, I get it. I'm just starting to understand as we went on, I think. Oh, that did knock Arsona off. I should have moved the camera to get confirmation on that. Kalim's with a little bit of a nap, but, after that nasty pick, start off the team fight, you earned it. You earned a little cat nap. So Arsona Promise trying to set up on this far side. You see that nade landed in. Arsona gets popped. What a move for Buncake. Pancake, that is. Excuse me. And it's such a powerful combo having the nade and the rejuvenating wave, right? There's one thing about this Ana Wuyong backline. Backing up a Ramattra where you're already looking at a lot of sustain on this front line, but you can use the rejuvenating wave for that extra heal, and you can pretty much always use the nade offensively. We already get the nano boost on Ilios once again. Buckethead will not get out of there. Dan Pancake once again puts a kill in the feed. Promise does find Pancake, and we're at a 3v3 right now. Backing out rotating, waiting reinforcements. Looks like the defense of Sienna is doing the same. Arsana does finally make the swap over to the Ramasha themselves. Nano Vendetta looks pretty nasty, Panther. I don't know if there's something in like where the breakpoints of it or whatnot, you know, and where it's less swings, but God, Nano Ven is so sick. Like, what a win con. Which then I'm fascinated by these backlines, you know. So then with the Ana, what do you bring out? I mean, I feel like the Ana Weong would just be so vulnerable, so greedy. But then now you've got Kalims with a Tidal Blast. Oh, check out Promise. Oh, we'll find Kalims with the Sundering. Over the top. One critical lands. A very low Pokemon enemy will fall. And as we hit the OT, Hikari are holding on to this series with a very, very thin thread. Can Hikari defy all expectations, force this draw? Our son was still here. And it is close to an ultimate. If they can get that Annihilation on one, they're going to back up. They're going to get it. They're going to find Kalims. Sound barrier in play from Sableye as they return. And we've got ourselves a fight, but Sableye is down. Dario eats a real shot to the head, but is able to slide out at one. G-Fighter gets the Nano Boost back on the point. Hits the Nemesis form, and is just starting to punch through. Arsana receives the Nano Boost of their own. Just trying to hold on to this overtime for dear life, but Dario on the outside flank gets the kill, drops the OC, drops it, slides into your back line to finish off your Ana in the series. Kafe Sienna take the 3-0. They will join their sister squad at 7-2. Oh, wow. That was rad. That was really cool. Wow. You just get the one swipe and then in with the overhead. Like, that was so fast. What a cool use of that. You love to see it. Hey, the Vendetta is here. The Vendetta is here. It's tough to play against, no doubt. There's so much pressure. It can be fun to watch. I mean, it could definitely be fun to watch. Oh, it absolutely was winnable, Crumb. No doubt. Like, there was a good fight there at the end. Love the cycling to get Arsona back, you know, backed up, healed up. You get the Annihilation in play. You get a kill with that. I mean, you almost had it. You almost had it. I got to give some props to Dario. Dario looked outstanding all day in the Soj. It wins that duel on the side and is able to drop in with the overclock, right? I think if Buckethead could come out with that fight win, that duel win, I think you really give yourself a chance. I mean, once again, those two are your damage leaders. You're just kind of showing how much just the raw damage that those Sojourns have room to put out. Dario, 29-3 there in that Kings. I think will be your player of the match. Is one of the two deaths there in that damn near flawless Runasapi. That 5.5 minute cap from Kafe Sienna, which was a Hikari map pick, by the way. It was 8-3 in the starting map. Yeah, I don't know about to say. Maybe it's Kalims did such a good job in that venture as well, but I think I've got to give it to Dario today. I think we're gonna go ahead and give it to Dario today. I know maybe a little bit of cop out. Oh, you know, I appreciate it, probably. No, thank you. It was a great showing. I know that's the result that you wanted for Hikari, but it was an awesome match. Glad to get y'all on. And I mean, I got a little tip of the hat to Kafe Sienna, though. I mean, they're looking really good here. He's looking like a very tough team. They will have Spa and Knife coming up in the future. Both of those are some very difficult matches. So we'll get a look at just how tough Kafe Sienna truly are. Can they hang up here? You know, they're already hanging in top 10. Now can they hang in like the top 5? Is kind of what that question is going to be posing. And Shikigami Hikari's future. What do you got? You've got Wink and 5 shooters coming up. So those are going to be tough matches as well. But definitely very winnable. Unfortunately for Hikari, after a 5-1 start, I kind of dropped 3 here in the middle, but definitely still time to slingshot back, put up some good dubs, but here in the back half of the season.